Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Finding a Partner, Singles Over the Age of 65 with Carolyn. That would be me. Today we're going to continue talking about some of the stumbling blocks that we have in finding a suitable partner for ourselves and deciding, making a conscious decision that we want to be with someone other than waking alone, waking every morning alone between now and the rest of your days before you go to the funeral home. So to start that today, I want you to know that I did receive a text from a gentleman who had watched one of my earlier videos. One of the things that he gives me a big compliment, he told me that, "Hello, Carolyn, until I saw your video, I never thought that a woman your age could be so beautiful." Well, thank you very much. Because of that, I realized one of my own stumbling blocks was that I was seeking much younger women with whom to have a relationship. I also benefited from hearing the nicknames that you give to our generations. I am clearly an older man of the silent generation. I'm a rule follower, and I was picking out much younger women who were much too wild for me, and that not only does my family not approve of, but I do not approve of myself. Thanks to you, I have looked for women who are my age. I have found one. I am delightfully happy so far. I will keep in touch with you and let you know how this is going. And he signs himself Larry. Larry. Thank you so very much, first of all, for the compliment, not only to me, but for older women who choose to care for themselves, It doesn't matter what your weight is or what your height is or what your measurements are. It matters how you look after yourself and how much you respect yourself and care about yourself. If you care about yourself and if you look in that mirror and you say, "I want to love you," and if you look in that mirror and say, "I don't love you today, but I'm going to fall in love with you," that's where you start falling in love with yourself. Okay, now let's talk briefly about Mr. Delightful Larry, who was dating much younger women. That's fine. If you're an older woman and want to date much younger men, that's quite acceptable these days. Although it wasn't acceptable when my grandmother did that. My grandmother, at the age of 44, married a man who was 22. They stayed together for the rest of their days. They were very happy. I spent a lot of time with them. It was not socially accepted in those days. However, today it is. But just because you're doing something that is socially acceptable, it's even more important that you look at the things that are acceptable to you. Larry decided something was wrong. He was dating women he did not find acceptable even himself. And his family did not find acceptable. First of all, your family really can't decide for you what you need to be happy for the rest of your life, although you certainly would want their input and their acceptance, even if they don't choose to care too much for your partner. But still in all, Larry is concerned about this, and we are also concerned for him. He's decided to look for older women, I guess because of this YouTube channel, or that's what he says. That makes me happy. And he has now not been happier. I don't know why. He doesn't describe his partner. He doesn't tell me much about it except that he will keep in touch with us. But as he does, I will let you know. There are a few things I can assume. Larry may be, like myself, from the silent generation. He's a rule follower. He loves tradition. He doesn't try to break down any barriers in life. And he was dating women maybe who were baby boomers who wanted to live a different kind of life, maybe a freer life or a less traditional sort of life. And Larry finds himself much better suited to a person who is more like himself. He attributes that to age. It may or may not be due to age. It could be due to a number of factors. But certainly one of the things you need to look at to overcome your own stumbling block toward finding a partner, a permanent partner for the rest of your life, is where are you? Truly, where are you? Look in the mirror, find out who you are. Larry didn't look in the mirror and say, I want a woman more like me. I want a woman, for example, who is a rule follower, who likes tradition, and who also is in love with herself, keeps up with her appearance and her speech and her education and her knowledge, her knowledge of personal and family and also current events. So there are a lot of things for us to look there when we think about stumbling blocks and the things that we can do to overcome them. I want to encourage you, please, would you please subscribe to my channel? You'll get notifications every day when I have released a new video. Generally, I'm releasing one just about every day, and we cover every issue that I can think of, and also every issue that you write to me about. If you want to send me an email about your own situation, go to singleseniorsover60@gmail.com. And 60 is not written out, it is 60. That being said, I'll wish you a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Please subscribe. Goodbye.